What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Not Just Gamer Dads. Let's go.
Bum, bum, bum.
Uh,
What's good, you guys?
Man, we keeping these episodes pumping, bro. I'm
Yeah,
just,
dude, I'm loving this shit.
yeah, man. This season 2, and we're just mowing down these new topics. Let's talk about games, talk about life, and today we're gonna talk about more about life. And
That's why I like this, man.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
easy to talk about
yeah,
games all day, but like,
yeah.
we
When
have
you
some
talk
good
about
shit.
life stuff, you know what I mean. Like we learn so much on our own, but this is one thing that we wanted to talk about, and not a lot of people thought about this. And this just was sparked from a reel that I saw and I sent to you, and we looked at each other like, "Holy shit!" We had
This
no.
was money, bro.
This I was like, this makes so much sense, and it pertains to what we're doing and in our friendship. So what we're talking about today is your day ones and your day twos. And everybody's like, day twos? What's a day two? Man, your day ones are the people you've known, got your back, run through walls for you. The first people to believe in you, family, friends, aunts, whatever, right? And then your day twos are people that you meet on your journey of doing whatever, right?
The like-minded people.
Like-minded people to whatever you're doing, not just content creation. We're just talking about life. So let's just say, oh, have a new career in doing this, and you meet somebody that's doing the same thing, and they're like, hey, cool, you can relate to each other and you push each other in the right way. So we're gonna be, breaking down, the day ones and what's the beneficial, because you need both, right?
Yeah, I feel like you need both because they provide something different to you in your life. Because like there's a lot of things like like you said, day ones is like your beginning. You're figuring out who you are. Then you figure out who you are, and it's a different thing when you find your day two because now they're helping you grow who you are. You know what I mean? So these people serve a different purpose in your life, and that kind of goes like with the mantra I always live by: everybody serves a purpose, and everybody serves a season. Some people are longer than others, and this kind of goes with the day one or day two because there's some people that are day one that's it. They're never gonna be day two style because they're helping you mold yourself to who you were, but they're not supposed to go down that path with you. They're just supposed to be there with you.
Yeah, the day ones, and I like how you said that, because those are the first people that got your back, and your family, your close friends or cousins or whatever. They're like, they push you and they believe in you regardless, you know what I mean? And they'll go to war for you. I have, I'm fortunate to have really close friends that I've known for 25 plus years, right? And those are my day ones, are my close friends I can confide in with a lot of things in my life that I got going on. But day twos are the ones I'm starting to get now, and I've had some day twos, and I mean, day twos don't have to last forever, right?
I don't feel like they should. I feel like a day two is like that for a reason because it's that current journey you're on.
Correct.
You know what I'm saysaying? You're not gonna have like day threes, fours, fives. After that point, it's like, dude,
Yeah,
like you know what I mean?
Just,
Like
it kind of
like
categorizes that, right? Because I never thought about this until we watched the reel and then we got inspired and started talking about it. We're like, oh shit. Because I mean, I've been fortunate through my career path as an IT guy, and I'm sure you could relate to the cooking and being a chef. Like you'll meet people and like they're like, hey, what's up? You dope? I'm dope. That's cool. We all push each other because as far as with my IT, when I was traveling, man, I had so many cool people that I met that had been doing that, and they were pushing me forward. But I didn't think about them as a day two. I'm just like, hey, this guy's, he's looking out for me. He has the best interest. He wants me to grow. He wants to, like, I didn't think about that until like that reel. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. And it was funny because like certain people came into, like, I like how you said it too. Like your day twos are different because like this isn't like, it's not like after like we turned 18 type shit, I'm going to be a content creator. Like this is my last new journey that I've been on type shit.
Yep.
So it's like, like you said, like I've been a chef for a long time as well. And there was mad people I met on my journey, which it's crazy you said that because I didn't even think about that as much because I thought about day two. I'm thinking about day twos now. But then all those people I met in my culinary journey were my day twos then for that. But like I don't keep in contact with them as much as I used to anymore. And I think that's why it's good to differentiate the two because your day twos, you may not be able to do the same thing with them as your day ones. Like day ones, I could pick back up with you and finish like that's a huge thing for me. Like a day one for me is like I cannot talk to you for months if need be, not because I don't want to, but because of circumstance. But when I do, we catch up like we just talked yesterday.
Right.
Day twos, you can't do that. That shit gets awkward. Like, oh, long time no see. How you been?
Right,
Okay.
but I feel like with day twos, depending the right type of day two, in my opinion, let's say, right,
Yeah.
a day two, regardless, let's just say from 10 years ago, if I run into a guy that I worked from 10 years ago that I was cool with, I feel like, how are you doing? Are you doing good? Good. I'm glad. I'm happy for you, and that's it. That's all
It's
it
not the
is.
same. Yeah.
It
You
doesn't
get your
have.
greeting.
Yeah, it's not like, and it's not a good thing or a bad thing, but I feel like that was the purpose for that day two at the time, that person fulfilled that spot for me during that time. Like, let's say when I was going to school, I was going to school at a community college, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm fucking 25 years old, I gotta fucking get my shit together, right? And then I met people that were in my same boat. They're like, damn, I'm trying to get my shit together too. And we push each other. And when we graduated, we went our own ways. But if I ever see them, it's just like, hey, what's up, man? Everything good. Oh, man, that was good, man. I'm glad you're doing good, bro. That's awesome. You know what I mean? And that's the things that you need from those day twos in that certain small period of time on your journey of whatever you're doing. So how you said it, I feel like if you ran into somebody that you used to work with in a kitchen, I feel like they would be happy to see you and glad that you're doing well.
Yeah, and it's like that's the thing too. Like, what the awkwardness isn't like it's just a different type of catch up because they served a different type of purpose. Like the day ones, like you can bullshit about stuff like memories you guys have had for life because they didn't push you. Like, as I love what you said about with the day twos, they see you like, how are you doing? Because they drove you, they pushed you, so they want to see, are you still progressing? So you have a different thing to catch up on and a different like reason to catch up.
Right. Well
You know,
said.
so day ones is like we just catch up. Hey, yo, you still alive, my dude? You remember that shit from 20 years ago when you couldn't make it to the bathroom, you shit yourself?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
good times.
Remember,
like,
we're all faded here. Yeah, we're all faded and shit. We were doing. Remember that one time, bro?
That one
I could do. Yeah, I could say shit that get my ass in trouble, legalized and shit. But yeah, man. Like, but those
Bro,
are
for real.
But those are like, you know, I have one friend, and I have several friends, obviously, but I have one. I'm gonna shout out my boy Bobby. My boy Bobby. Shout out to you, my boy Bobby. If you're watching this, listen to this, and people know who he is. I don't have to say his last name, but that
Boucher?
Bobby Boucher, right? Pretty much, bro. I will tell this fool I need to run through that wall. He's like, all right, let's go. You know what I mean?
Yes,
well,
sir.
Not why or let's go around it. You need those guys in your corner. You know what I mean? Those are the day ones that, and you know, like, it doesn't have to be with friendship. Like, I feel like my wife is like a day one ever since like we got together and like we started moving forward. She has her best interest to look out for me, right? She wants me to do well, and she might not understand everything that I do and what I go through as a dad or as a man or content creation or whatever the fuck's going on in my head. But she making sure I'm okay. You know, she's making sure I eat, I sleep, things like that they care for you. They might not be able to relate to what you got going on in your current journey outside of that, but those are the ones that ground you. I feel like they kind of ground you and make you think about how you were saying, like, old things and reminisce. Like, those are good. You need that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I don't know, I just came into my head, but it's like day ones remind you why you're alive, and day twos remind you how to thrive. Like, because your day ones are always going to remind you about the fun you had and the things that make you you.
Well said.
Because the day twos may not know that.
Yeah.
But day twos are going to remember the goals that you had because that's what made them your day two. And their goal is to make sure you're still grounded and you're still going in that direction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because like it's just thinking about it stuff, and like a lot of my day ones that I've had unfortunately passed away. There's a lot of homies, and some of them passed away from certain reasons, you know, some whatever. But I have one that I've known for a long time named Terrell, and he lives in Florida. He's like one of my only, like, from when I was younger, dudes that I know left like that, you know. And we catch up on shit all the time, and like we always call, and it's not like, hey, been a while, how you been? It's like, get a call. I'm like, yo. He's like, bro, like we just got off the phone yesterday type shit. And like, we always talk and catch up on shit. If I'm going through shit, he's going through shit. Like, we talk about stuff all the time. He's like my oldest day one right now. And then like, I got some like my two homeboys, Graybeard and Wolf, that I met on Xbox. I still stay in communications with them, even if we don't game and stuff like that. But I've known them going on like 6 years at least or something like that. But we still communicate. Like we don't game as much. Like my boy Wolf or Candido, he's like pretty much my little brother. Like that's how close we got, and we catch up on shit all the time and stuff like that. So I feel you on that one. Like
Right.
I was like, shit, Jimmy gave out shout outs. I gotta give out shout outs too,
Right.
damn it. But
but
it's easy though when you think about them, because I like you said, my combos with them are more of my heart.
Yeah, well said.
If it makes sense. Like, because like they know me inside. I can confide in them.
Correct.
I can cry with them. I can do things. And like certain people, some day twos, you can't do that with.
Yeah, because not everybody, like,
it's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I can keep saying it.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, I want to be your day two, and what the fuck, you cry with me? It's not that. It's just you serve a different purpose.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. It's just like once you meet the right type of person, not everybody you meet is a day two. You know what I mean? It's just, for example, our friendship here that we've been building for the past 2.5 years, right? We've got to know each other, and we were just friends and casual, whatever. And then, we started playing games, and we started talking about dad stuff and gaming and content creation. And then we started doing this, and we have conversations even when we were bullshitting before recording. Is like we sit and talk for like an hour and a half and just talk about life and things that we got going on. And, at the same time, it just like we didn't meet each other until recently. All of a sudden, like we're pushing each other to be better husbands, better dads, better content creators. We're
business, all that.
Yeah. We try to push each other in that kind of way, man. But yeah, like you were saying, like my day ones, I have like 4 friends for sure. You know what I mean? Adrian, Skylar, are my 2 close friends that I like, same street. Like I'm like, not a lot of people could say this. Same street, within 4 or 5 houses of each other. We were all best friends growing up. I've known Adrian since I was 5 years old. I'm 39. I've known Skylar since I was 8. Right? I've known Skylar since I was 8, and I'm 39. So I've known him for 30 years. Not a lot of people, not a lot of people know somebody for 30 years, let alone them being your best friends. I can talk to them and confide in them, and they know me from way back then. My boy Bobby and my friend Alyssa, they know me, right? I have a lot of close friends but when it comes to this shit, they don't know. They can't relate. When I go do jujitsu, when I go play hockey, or when I do content creation and I'm recording podcasts, they're pulling for me, but they don't really know, and it's okay. You know what I mean? They that purpose they have for me in my life fulfills me in a different way than a day two like you.
Yeah, and it's like, it reminds me of like family. I talk to my kids about this because everybody that's a parent, and especially when you have more than one child, that question comes up: who do you like more? Who do you love more? And like it's kind of the same thing with day ones and day twos. It's not a matter of me loving you more; it's a matter of me loving you differently. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're a different person. Like, like I have a son and I have daughters, and it's like I can't love my son the same way I love my daughters. Or I can't love my oldest the same way I love my youngest. They're different people. I can't. My relationship with my day one is different than my relationship with my day twos, but that doesn't mean that one's more important than the other.
Well said.
I feel like they both serve a very
left hand and a right hand. You need both.
Exactly. But there's no competition. It's just I get something different from both people, but it impacts me the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it's like, I'm like trying not to offend people, but it's like, it's not even a matter of like covering my ass. It's just more like, I want to make sure that like people understand what we're saying. Like there's no one is better than the other. It's just like,
you need both.
It's good to acknowledge
the yin yang.
Both.
Yeah. The yin and the yang, man. Because if one too much, if somebody gassing you up and telling you how great you are all the time, and then sometimes like with,
you need to be humbled.
Other way, we're just like, hey, what you came from, what you did before, people, because it like having those reminiscing stories and shit like that. Those are fun. You know what I mean? I remember this and remember that. Like I always talk to my homies that I said, and it's like we talk about shit all the time. And we're watching. I had my boy Skylar here the other day, and we were looking at videos and pictures from like 20 years ago. We're in our early, we're like 18, 17 years old. I'm recording. I was always the guy recording shit. And I look back and we talk about those stories. Like that's the stuff that you need in it. It grounds you and it makes you, how you said it, where you came from, why you are how you are because of those experiences and because of those people.
And those are the ones that could just be like, I knew, like, day ones are that I knew you could do it,
Mm-hmm.
and day twos are like I watched them do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, cause
That's what
like
well
they were
said.
there for you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
They
What's
may
going on, man? We got the little phrases bumping,
right?
bro.
No
Like,
shit. Yeah, because like when once you meet the right type of people, like even like where I work, right? I don't
yeah.
really conversate with a lot of people at work. What I do, I'm an IT guy from home, but there's some people that I've talked to, and they genuinely like seem like good people, and I just talk to them, and then like for today, I got a message from this guy. I just started working in a new job, a new position, whatever, and I was like, I was telling you earlier on, I was like, man, my brain is melting. This guy went out of his way and messaged me. He doesn't even know me. He knew I was new to the position and new to the team. He's like, hey, XYZ, blah, 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 blah. I know how you feel, blah, blah, blah. And I replied, I was like, whoa, everything you just said, I experienced. I told my wife, I was like, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I bit off more than I can chew. I've been in IT for this long. I'm just second guessing myself. And he's like, he said all that without me saying that. And he said that. And I said, look, man, for you to go out of your way and just welcome me and tell me that it's a shit show, but you're going to be okay. I felt the same way. I was like, whoa, this guy really went out of his way and just said, hey, man, welcome. I know it's hard. I was the same boat. I'm still doing this, man. I felt this way and this way. And I was like, dude, everything you just said, I could relate to without even him knowing me or where I lived or nothing. Just that encouragement and that just that, hey, man, what's up, man? Welcome. Let's go. We got this shit. It's like, that's the kind of people that you need when you meet, like how you said, people serve purposes in seasons. And meeting, like you could have a lot of day twos, man. Like people, like day twos aren't like the ones that have to be your best friends and shit like that. But people that look out for you and they see you, hey, man, how you doing? Doing good? Fuck yeah, keep going. Boom. The positive people that want you to do well, no ill will toward you, don't want anything from you. They just want to see you do well. And a lot
that's key. They don't want anything from you. It's just genuine and
they
natural.
genuinely want you to do well, regardless of what you're doing. And I was like, holy shit, I've been a day two for a lot of motherfuckers, without even realizing it.
Yeah. You should just rechange your name, Day 2 Gaming.
Right? Jimmy Duke's Day 2 Gaming.
They're gonna be like, what happened to day one? That's for my day ones.
Day twos, the Tetsu's Day 2 Temple.
Yeah, right? Texas Day 2 Temple.
Texas Temple Day 2 and 1s coming.
They're gonna be like, what the hell?
Right? But yeah,
it's valid though.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Really valid.
Like those day twos, man, I feel like as we were talking about earlier, like just the content creation and just how it's always changing. But I might not be best friends with a lot of people, but when I talk to certain type of creators, people that I met within the last 4 years of doing this, that I still talk to, they generally just like, hey man, you're doing good. Fuck yeah. Not bitching, not complaining, just genuinely happy to talk to you. Good to see that you're doing good, man. Shout out to Green. You know what I mean? Shout out to fucking Hood Gaming. Like there's a lot of people I could say, but those are people that are genuinely like good people and they just want you to do well, man. And they can relate to the content creation stuff. You know what I mean? And not a lot of people in my immediate circle know what that is. So having those people that you can talk to and, just they see that you're doing well and want you to do well and want nothing from you. That's the kind of energy that I genuinely appreciate from people that do support me from afar or whatever,
Yeah, and like another thing for day twos that I think like are a good topic to it is like your mods. You know what I'm saying? For content creators, like mods, I would consider part of your day two cycle because they're actively supporting you. Like you got I feel like there's different categories of day twos. To be honest, like you got the ones that are encouraging you, and then you have the ones that are supporting with you, and then you have the ones that are in the trenches with you. Like some that are actually actively fucking fighting with you.
Yeah, well said. You know what I mean? Then day twos could be day ones eventually. I feel like with the time that we're spending,
vice versa too.
Yeah, that's the time that we're spending and getting to know each other. I feel like we're gonna be friends for the next X amount of years, hopefully, God willing. I'm like, damn, man, fucking, I've known Miko. He's been a day one. I thought he was a day two. Well, he's a day one now. God damn it.
Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Day twos for now. It's the same thing too, like with day ones. Like I think about that, like our wives. Like my wife is a day one since I met her. You know what I'm saying? But she also supports my business. She supports everything I do. And like a day two supports everything you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be both. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but it's just I just like how different people serve different purposes. And I want like to even be like, there's some people that do the same thing as day ones and day twos, and they're still not a day one or day two. Like there's some people that still support you and have your back, but you just never got to build a relationship off of that. And they're like associates, but that doesn't mean like I look at you different. It's just like the ones you build a relationship with are the ones that you really consider that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
like
saying?
that. Yeah, like that nice little category to be like a legitimate day two kind of thing. Yeah, because we've talked about it before, man. Is you can have what is it when you know somebody but they're not your friend?
That knows somebody that knows somebody. Oh, my bad.
No, you might know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Who is that? Freaking Trick Daddy? What's that?
Associate? I think I don't know.
I think it is. I think that's Trick Daddy. Yeah, I think that is.
songs and lyrics
Okay.
we don't know.
What's up?
What's up?
Shut up. That's what it is. Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Oh, dude, I think I remember the beat now and everything.
Damn. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Okay. What's up? Shut up.
Shut up.
I remember when Trina would come in. Okay, I know what's up. Okay, all right. Shut up. Clip that shit. Clip that shit.
You got the fucking voice down, though.
Oh.
I had to change it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Back to the associates thing. God damn it. What was I saying?
Hey, that voice is still not leaving my head right now. Oh shit.
When you know somebody, but they're not your friends, they're not an associate, but acquaintances. You can have good acquaintances. Like I feel like a lot of content creators that I know and I'm cool with are acquaintances, are not friends, or not day twos or anything. But you know how you said there's you could be cool with a lot of people.
Hell yeah.
I feel like, you've got to know me, and like I'm always like gelling and trying to be cool with everybody, because like for me in my life, I have no time to categorize people or give anybody a hard time or not giving it or give a fuck about a lot of things, and that's just my thing. But I know a lot of people that are acquaintances that I'm cool with, and that's it, and they know what's up too. It's not anything weird. It gets weird when like they think you're your friend, but you're not really their friend. That just kind of goes down the line. But having acquaintances that you cross paths with are good people too, and like day ones are good, day twos are good. Acquaintances, positive acquaintances are good too. How many people that
you learn something from each other.
Exactly. How many people that are music artists, they cross paths? I remember so and so, man, that fool was dope. And yeah, man, hell yeah, we worked together, we collabed, it was great, man. Pleasure. Cross paths again. Hey, what's up, man? Everything good? And then after a while, I was like, damn, I've known this fool forever, man. This fool's got my back. He's been a day two. Like, oh shit, without realizing it. You know what I mean? But
hell yeah.
But you gotta have those day ones. They always got your back. I mean, a lot of people, and let's be realistic, not a lot of people have a lot of people in their corners. You know what I mean? It sucks to hear that. And I'm fortunate. I say that all the time, man. Having somebody that I've known for 30 plus years, other than a family member, and I'm still cool with, we've had disagreements, but we've never not talked to each other or been so mad at each other we didn't talk. You know what I mean? I've been fortunate to have that with, Skylar and Adrian. Shout out to, they're more my brothers. They're my best friends, and we're more my brothers. We have disagreements. They have lives. I got a life. But every time we hang out or whatever, we grew up together on the same block. Our wives all talk, our kids hang out, you know what I mean? Not a lot of people have that. So having those are great. But the day twos that I've met through my schooling, through my IT, through jujitsu, through hockey, you know what I mean? It just like, I didn't realize I had day twos until that fucking reel.
Yeah, true. It's funny too, because like bringing up the wives, I'm like, day ones are cool with my wife. Day twos, my wife don't really talk to.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, but everybody...
Dude, like it's just funny though, but it's just because you like it's a different type of thing. You know what I mean? Like those are different memories and stuff like that. Like I know exactly. It's funny because all of your day ones that you have, it's funny how your day ones with you guys grew closer together.
Mm-hmm.
And in all of my day ones, we were far apart.
Yeah.
All of my day ones are in different states. Like even like when we met each other, like we've never like I mean my boy Terrell, we've known, but like like Wolf and Graybeard and stuff like that, like they're in different states. I still haven't even physically met them yet,
Right.
which is
But,
crazy.
but that's the thing too. It's like it goes back to the whole building relationships and getting to know people and older, wiser shit. Obviously, I mean, if it wasn't, it didn't make sense to keep in touch with them, you already would stop talking to them, right?
Exactly, and that's what I like though, because the dynamic, we have a different dynamic on like who our people are, so people can know like you can't really there's not a checklist to label somebody as a day one or day two. You just it's like if you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, because it's like like people that I consider day one for me, like different areas and stuff like that, or like serve a different purpose type shit. And the same thing with you, like you gonna like it's your personal journey. So everybody on that list, there's no like this. We can't give you guys a template and a blueprint to be like, hey,
This is how
go
you
like a day.
differentiate. This is how you
Yeah, this
differentiate
is
a
a
one
day
and a
one.
two.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just if you know. And I like how we keep like reiterating this though, because I feel like it's important. It's dependent on your journey, man. It's dependent on your journey, and you can have different day twos from different. You have seasonal day twos and even day ones.
Yeah.
There's some people that I consider day ones like you don't talk to for a long ass
Yeah, I
time,
mean, just because they're
and
a
you
day
still can
one,
catch up.
yeah, just because they're, and then good point you say, just because they were a day one at one point doesn't mean they're a day one forever.
Yeah,
And
yeah, and shit happens,
mhm.
and it's nothing personal.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I
I
mean?
think people grow apart and friendships grow apart and things like that. And I talked this about my older brother all the time. Me and him talk and have conversations. As we've gotten older, we've talked about more shit. And it just kind of like we look back at things like, damn, like you think you know somebody because you've known them for the longest time, and that doesn't mean shit.
Bro, dude, that phrase is so real because it's like you know somebody until you don't know them. Real talk,
Right? Like
and you be like,
recently we were like, hanging out and some people didn't answer or some people didn't show or whatever or didn't care. Like, damn, we've known that fool for how many years and didn't even take the time to even reply. All right, cool. you know? Yeah, I mean, just like
shit
just because
happens.
just because you've known somebody for a long time doesn't mean shit. And like even with the family, just because somebody's your family doesn't mean they're really your family.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So that's like the other
Yes.
thing too, man. It just like I feel like you can like when you start breaking down like your friendships with people, and it's not a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just for me, like you can start how you say you could start categorizing the kind of friendships and things that you need from people
Mm-hmm.
that make you a whole. You know what I
It's
mean?
reflecting, you know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
feel like it's a necessity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I like to reflect because I don't like to assume anything. I like to reflect because I like clarity in my life. I'm at peace when I have clarity. And that's why I'm always thinking. So it's like, like I like to categorize things or like realize things. That's why I always like I'm always like a big thing is I peep game. I peep game. I peep game. Cause
Hmm.
like I just pay attention to shit. Cause like I don't want to, and not like in a dangerous sense, but like, I don't want to get caught lacking.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to get hit with a curveball on somebody being fugazi. I already knew you was fugazi like 3 years ago, G type shit. Like I
Hmm.
was just waiting for you to finally show it. Like I don't want to get caught off guard on some shit. And sometimes you still are, but it's like I always just peep games. So like I'm always like just reminiscing on shit and categorizing stuff and peeping shit. Like I don't keep tabs or I don't like hold grudges on anything. But like I just peep game.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? That's how that's how I define my circle
Hmm.
is like actions. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I peep
Yeah.
it. I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh okay. Like I'm not gonna. I mean, I treat you different, but it's just I know where you stand in my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? I could still be cool with you, but it's a different type of cool than I am with this person because like you like me with I mean content creation is a big thing. Like my relationship with you is different than my relationship with a lot of other creators.
Hmm.
But like because we're cool, but there's other people that I'm cool with, but it's not to this level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like but it's not like I don't fuck with them. It's just a different type of
Yeah.
cool. You know what I'm saying?
But when the other person knows and you
Yeah.
feed off each other, then that's a good base.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the people that I've gotten to talk to on my podcast, the people I've met in person because of the trips and shit like that, and
Yeah.
it's cool to get to know those type of people because you learn more about yourself and you learn more about people. And I say this on my podcast, and I've said it here too. I love talking to people because like it unlocks like little doors in my brain that about things that I would never think about because I don't talk to people that do this kind of thing. You know what I mean? So when you start talking to people that does something in your interest, and like right now with jujitsu right now, like all my friends that know I do jujitsu, fuck yeah, you're dope, you're badass. But my teammates that see me in the gym, they ain't gassing me up like that. Hey, you need to
They're
work on
whooping
this.
your ass.
Yeah, you need to work on this.
Yeah.
You gave me this and you did that. Hey, you need to do this. Those are the people, like that's why I like the camaraderie with sports for me. You know what I mean? Those are the people that are going to be honest, and those are like the day twos kind of people that will like let you know what's up, and they have the best interest for you. They're not want anything from you or anything like that. And you
Yeah.
need those type of people that you get to meet, and without categorizing them, you can categorize certain people. And I've never thought about it until we started talking about this a week ago. It just kind of like, damn, I've had a lot of day twos that are still day twos now.
Yeah,
that I
and
still talk to.
I don't even categorize them like like you said, in a negative way. It's more like I journey like tag you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what part of my journey are you an asset in?
Mm-hmm.
Type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's like because like me and you, we talk about podcasting, content creation. We don't. You talk to me about jujitsu stuff, but I'm not there to see it.
Yeah.
I support you,
Yeah.
but like I'm not a day two in that type of factor.
Yeah. Well
Because
said.
I'm not there in the trenches. But
Well
that doesn't
said.
mean that doesn't affect. And what I like is it doesn't affect our friendship.
Correct.
Just because of what you are and what journey that you're an asset in doesn't determine my friendship factor
Yeah.
with you. You know what I mean? And it's like there's some people that like I don't talk to as much anymore, or I may not even be cool with, but I still learn something from them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you still gain something from
Yeah.
that. Like,
it's the frequencies, man.
you
Like
gotta, yeah,
it's
you
like
gotta be open-minded.
a lot of the times, like you might not talk to somebody for the longest time, and then when you start talking, you're like on the same wavelength all of a sudden. Like,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like it doesn't have to be spoken. It just starts happening. You just start talking, catching up, whatever and whatever. Like, damn, I remember, we would did all this. Like some of my travel buddies that I used to travel for 7 years when I was a contractor for immigration. I talked to one or two of them still here and there, and we were together like a lot all the time. And you would think we would be friends after this. After we got let go or we weren't working together, we stopped talking, which is okay. But at that time, in that server, that you said that journey and that tag, XYZ, this guy did this, he did this for me, he did that for me. All these other fucking guys I can care less about. But this guy, damn, this guy meant well. I learned, like one guy I work with, he was Muslim, and I learned so much about the Muslim culture, the way he carried himself.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That unlocked my brain because I had the opportunity to work with him and know him. And that just made me better, more like traveled, more open to people's differences like that. Like, wow, he served a great purpose in my life at that time, man, I without even realizing it. You know what I mean? And he meant well. He wanted me to do good. He didn't push his agenda or anything. It just like, it was cool seeing him operate. Like, I was like, whoa, this guy is so cool, and he means well, and like he looks out for me and I look out for him, and that was it. But after we stopped working, that was it.
Yeah. It's true, and like I like that because it was like when you learn different things and you gain different traits from people. It's like because like I had homeboys like some of my OGs, Ron and Marvin. Like I used to work with them in the restaurant industry too, but then like I hung out with them outside of that on the street. But it was like they I didn't really learn, like I met them as coworkers and I didn't learn anything culinary from them. But like, dude, I learned a lot about mad Egyptology from them. OD stuff. Like they was teaching me math, so they OG'd me into a lot of that shit. And I was like, okay. Like I learned a lot. And it was just dope. But it was like I didn't even expect to gain this from you because I met you in my culinary journey. But we talked more, interacted more, hung out more, was just vibing, politic, and we used to just politic and just sit there and vibe and just talk and like third eye shit. Like, dude, we was like out here talking about like open mind shit. And it was like, it was so dope because that helped open my mind to be open-minded, if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I want to learn about this now. And then I started studying like other religions and learning about things just because of that conversation. I was like, if I would have never talked to them outside of cooking, I would have never knew any of this. And it wouldn't have molded me to, do I talk to them today? No.
Nope.
And it's not like a fuck them. I love them. If I saw them, I'd dap him up. Man, it'd be dope to see him again.
Right.
We just had a different path.
Mm.
But when I was with them, huge impact.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just dope. And it's like another guy in my culinary field named John. Me and him butt heads a lot. I hated that dude. I thought he was a dick. He was like, I was like, this motherfucker always riding me and like pushing me to like he's like it's not like I'm saying pushing me now because I'm blending it, but it was like at first I was like, dude, this dude's always riding me and like what the like dog, like you don't give me a break, like you always on me and you let these cats do whatever. And he always said, because you can. And I'm like, what do you mean? And I was like young. I think I was like 18.
Right. And you're like, why are you picking
19.
on me? But he's actually was like,
dude, he molded me into like the epitome of my core of what being a chef was, and I didn't realize until he left. Like he was that dude. He molded me, dude. It was so crazy. I hated his guts, bro. I was like, every time I walked in and he clocked in, I just looked up and I want to fucking stab you, bro. I hated his guts, bro. Dude, he used to clown me. Like I would like practice techniques and he would shit on them. Like, dude, I felt like trash with dude. I was super humbled with him. Like, and I never like, I was passionate and I was proud, but I was never like OD cocky as a chef. I was just very proud of myself. And I started from the bottom and worked my way up. But like my step with him was crazy because that dude humbled the shit out of me and flattened me down to like a pebble, dog, straight Play-Doh. You know what I mean? And I was like so mad. The last week when he gave us 2-week notice, he still was a little hard on me, but he softened up a little bit and was cool. And then like he finally got to like show me he gave a fuck. And then I realized what he was doing. He knew he was going to leave for a hot minute. And he just poured into me, but he knew that I needed that like push because I didn't realize until after he left how much better I got at my craft.
Right.
And how much harder I was on myself. And then like when he left and stuff, we had a drink. We had like a going away party. I think I might still have a picture. I got to find it because that shit's hilarious. But like, dude, when he left after that party, I cried. I was so pissed off that he was gone. And I was like, dude, and I told him, I was like, I hated you. And now I realize your purpose in my life. He was like, I was never meant to be your friend until now. And I was like, you son of a bitch.
Right.
And we were drunk. So I started tearing up. I gave him a hug and everything. And it was like a big brother hug type shit. And I was so mad. And it was like every time shit was happening, I would do stuff and everyone would make fun of me because I acted just like John. And that was the first restaurant I became an executive sous chef.
There you go.
That was the first time I moved up in the ranks. And it was like, yo, holy shit. Like, but it was crazy because it's like, and I'm saying that people are like, yo, this man's telling the whole story. Day twos aren't always going to gas you up. Like you said, like they're going to make you better. And some day twos you don't like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's some of them you cool with, you guys push each other, but it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. And like that dude is a huge day two for me because, but I hated his guts, but I respect the shit out of that dude now. You know what I mean? Because I realized.
And that's the thing too. And it's funny because like you look back and you're like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like when we were gonna record this, I was thinking about it all day, like all the different things. I was like, God damn, like I didn't realize how. And then you said that a while ago that you people have serves or seasons, and I never thought about it that way. And obviously, since we talk more about different things in life and shit like that, and I just like you sit and you put your life in perspective in some things. I'm like, damn, like this fool did this for me, did that for me, and he didn't want anything from me, and I had no idea that this guy was, or this person, this girl was looking out for my best interest because they just wanted to. They saw that I was good, and they saw that I was a good person or whatever, and they just wanted to go out of their way to make sure that I learned or did better, just because they wanted to, and cared less about anybody else, but they went and focused their energy on me. You know what I mean? And a lot of the time, I didn't know it at the time, but I was really receptive of information. You know, like that was one thing I've always like prided myself on. I'm just like, I don't ever feel like I know anything when I feel like I do. And I feel like if somebody starts talking, I can differentiate if it's genuinely good information or just bullshit. And depending if how I receive it is how I'm going to respond. I'm not going to be a dick and say, whatever. Oh, cool. And then, or sometimes it's like, whoa, this guy's blowing my mind right now. Like, what the fuck? Like I'm
Yeah.
listening to everything that they're saying. You know, I had a good for example, today, like my coach,
Yeah.
since I'm getting ready for this competition, he knows that I'm getting ready. So he was watching me, get down, and he's all, do this, do that. And that was the first time. I've been there for 5 months, and he instructs everybody. He does it equally. But since he knew I was getting ready to compete next week, he went out of his way to come tell me, all right, do this. All right, do that. All right, look out for this. And that was the first time he was coaching me. And I heard him. And then after the round was over, I was like, I heard everything you said. I heard your instruction. I couldn't do it, but I was doing this. And he's like, all right, cool. But I let him know that everything he was saying, it was coming in and I was reading it. It was not like this and going out the other way. So I told him I appreciate it because he went out of his way to give me the instruction. I could have not done what I wanted to do at the time, but I felt that energy of him going out of his way. All right, I know Jimmy's gonna compete next week. Let's coach him up real bit. And I was like, oh shit. And you meet people like that all the time. And I didn't like you. Yeah. Me looking back, I'm like, God damn, I had so many people that looked out for me. Holy shit.
Yeah, I like when you know someone's looking out for you, it's cool. But I've always liked the shock factor of like realizing somebody was looking out for you after the fact, because it's
right.
Like, damn, bro, like I'd be like looking at myself, you dumb motherfucker. Like, how you ain't peep game?
Right.
Like, but there's so many people that do that.
You said that. Dope. You said earlier that guy was like, I wasn't meant to be your friend until now. But you didn't see it at the time like that, but he was pushing you in the right type of ways because he's getting to know you, and he was able to be observant of you. Like, all right, if I tell Miko this and I do him to this, let's see how he does it. He's pissed off, but he got better. Ooh, okay, he's receptive. He's receptive of the information and all the stuff I'm giving him. Without him realizing it, he's taking it in. And then after, you're like, holy shit, this fool was helping me this whole time, and I didn't fucking realize it.
And it was because there was another chef too that was Chef Adam. He was trying to be it's crazy because the dynamic. I'm glad you reminded me of that, because then Chef Adam was trying to be everybody's friend, and he knew a lot. He was very, very skilled, but he wanted to be everybody's friend, and a lot of people didn't like him because he was like just trying to talk to you, like you're like in the weeds, fucked up. He's just trying to talk to you, and you're like, I don't got time to be a motherfucking friend. But John would shit on me. But if he ever saw me really in the weeds, like overwhelmed, he always helped and never said anything. Mm-hmm. And he knew how to help me because he taught me to be organized, was the first thing. And then because I sat with him for like hours. I was like, why did you do this? And he told me everything. He was like, first thing I noticed with you is you like to be organized, but you don't think about it first. Now I'm OCD as fuck about shit. But he's like, if you keep yourself organized and you know what you want to get done, then the people that are meant to help you can help you without being in your way. And I was like, holy shit, that makes sense. Like, it's like you think about it. You got a homie that's just like, fuck. You're like, what? But I don't know. Well, how can I help you? You know what I'm saying? Or so much is going on, or and you're like, yo, okay, what do you need? I don't even know. Well, you're like, well, now you put me in a position where I can't help you, and I want to help you. Mm-hmm. But like, dude, that dude would help me do shit, and like, I wouldn't even know until like the plate's gone. Like, I would start up on a plate and he taught me to set up all my plates. And then it helped me out as I started to get better into the weeds. And then I'd be the busiest one. And I was like, why do you have me on the appetizer spot for so long? I can grill. I know my temps. He was like, nobody can handle the speed like you. Mm-hmm. He was like, don't look at the station like, oh, this is the startup spot because it's appetizers. That's one of the busiest spots because every single plate gets an appetizer. Every single table gets an appetizer. They may not get a steak. They may not get pasta. They may not get pizza, but they're going to get at least 2 appetizers.
Right.
You're going to be you're the busiest station. My best cook is on the appetizer spot for these nights. And then I was like, oh shit. And he was like, because have you seen when Nick would do it? I'm remembering everybody. They were always in the weeds. He was like, whenever I tell you a dish, he was like, the one thing I taught you is get your plate. If I ever was like, how many orders I got, I have different plates meant different things. So if I'm like, shit, how many do I need? I look back. Okay, I got 3 plates that I need 3 of them. I put 3 down. Oh, I need this. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I look at my station and I have all my plates lined up in order of how he did it, so that I know what to send out. Because if I sent something out in the back of the line, I was supposed to be in the front, he'd be like, start over. He would make like me do it again just to make me learn that. And then it didn't matter. And then I realized it because then when he wanted to help me, he would just look
He
at the
knew
table.
exactly
This is what you need.
how to jump in. That makes
Yep.
sense.
So I put the plates down. He would put like the start sauce, or he would do whatever like this. Someone like he would start it all up. Or if I'm like frying stuff, he saw it frying. He saw on the plate thing. Okay, that one's all the way at the back, so it probably needs more time. Okay, this is in the front. I'm picking it up. It's always perfectly cooked. Like, dude, he was able to help me, and he was like my shadow. We never bumped into each other ever. So I would tell Adam, help. We need help. He would do it, bumping in. He's got me cut. I cut my finger off almost because of him. My whole tip of my finger I cut off because he bumped into me while I was slicing a big ass prosciutto leg on a slicer. Cut my whole finger off.
Ugh.
And I had to go to the hospital and like put my shit back on, and they had to sew me back up, and then I had to get cleaned up, and I wrapped it up, and I went back and I cooked the rest of the night.
Fucking animal.
But I was so pissed, bro. But like, dude, it's like, but he said it perfectly. He was just like, he's like, that's what it is. He's like, if you make sure you line up, he said, he's like, and I was like, he's like, if you line up your goals and you set it up to set yourself up to succeed, then those that are meant to help you will always know what you need and will always be able to help you without getting in your way.
Nice.
Dude, that shit stuck with me for like my whole life.
Right.
On everything. Like if I ever need help and I need you, I'm going to make sure you know how to help me.
Right. The fucking life lessons of people that you meet along your journeys in life, right?
And I hated his gut, bro. I dogged his ass. I made fun of his nose. I did everything. I said he looked like Gumby. Like me and him used to fight. Like he cursed. I almost quit like 4 times because of him. Like, dude, we fought. We went to war. But like, dude, that dude molded me. He didn't just mold me as a chef. He molded me as a man. And
right.
I was like, that's freaking crazy, bro. Like, and I only knew him for 8 months. 8 months. That's it.
And that goes back to what you were saying, man. During that point in time, you didn't know, you realized that you needed him until he was gone. Like, yeah. I've met so many different people in my life that, like, looking back at it, like I said, I didn't think about them as a season or anything, but during that time period, like, fuck, this person invested time in me and saw something in me for that period of time to do whatever at that moment. You know what I mean? They meant well for me. They wanted me to do good or whatever, right? With me knowing or not knowing how in our, our differences in our stories about this, it's just like, damn, like this fool really, or this person, like I've gotten jobs because of certain people because they knew and they meant well, and like, and like, oh yeah, Jimmy's a great guy. He does this, he does that, and they vouch for me. It's like, oh shit, they didn't have to.
Yeah.
And they did, you know what I mean? Or somebody taught me something and they didn't have to. They could even be like, oh, figure it out.
Yeah.
I had to, you figure it out.
Exactly. And those are the people that just they're not confident in who they are, so they don't want you to surpass them. It's like, dude, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what just popped into my head, dude? I actually want to ask you, because I have the name already. I saw a reel in the middle of the night, and I wanted to send it to you and my dad and my wife. I wanted to see what you guys said, but my phone died, and I was so mad I couldn't find it. But I remember what they said. They were like, every person has one name that they can always get along with, no matter who it is. There's always one name, no matter the person. If they have that name, you naturally get along with. And for me, it's Matt. Anybody with the name Matt, I've never fought. I've always been cool with. They're not my best friends.
I've never fought. Like,
not like
Jason's,
not like
Chris's, Carlos.
Yeah.
Fuck, y'all catching hands. But Matt, dope.
But not even. I didn't even mean fighting like that. That's what's even funnier. But it's true. I've never thrown hands with a Matt. I've never argued with a Matt. I've always been cool with somebody by the name of Matt.
How funny.
It's crazy. I was like, I want to ask people that. Like, is like, if you really think about it, is there anybody or any name? It doesn't matter who it is. If their name is that, it's not like you're like, oh, your name is Matt, I gotta be cool with you. It's just you just realize, holy shit, like I've never fought, like I've always been cool. You don't have to be best friends.
Yeah.
I'm not close to any Matt. I'm just always cool with Matts.
Right.
It's fucking weird, bro.
I think every Jimmy I've met is cool. or Jaime. I feel like, hey.
Bro, yo,
what's up? What's up, dog? Your name Jaime?
What's funny? I'm cool with a lot of Jaimes too.
Right?
That's actually, holy shit.
Right?
That's another one.
It's just like, oh, there's a Jaime? All right, cool. If y'all didn't know, my name is really Jaime, not really Jimmy. But Yeah,
I'm not giving out my name.
right? Every Hyman, every Jimmy that I met, I've been cool with.
I thought you were about to say my fucking name. I was
Right.
like, asshole.
Well, I've gotten, well, actually, I take that back. No, not cool with, but it was always a joke. The other Jimmy. I'm like, no, you're the other Jimmy, bitch.
Oh shit! So you had a beef with the Jimmys, huh?
Supremacy of the Jimmys.
What was that? Remember that whole thing where they had a whole bunch of people with the same name, like pulling up,
all meet up, right?
What was it? Was it like Adams or
like
shit?
Steve's or Adams, and they all showed up to a bar. They was like,
dude, what if it was Matt's?
There's like 50 of them all hanging out.
Dude, oh my god, bro! I remember that they were like, we're all gonna fight to the death to see who's like the one. I can't remember what the name was. I would pee myself.
What is it? Fucking what is that? God damn it, Highlander. There can only be one.
Oh, dude, that show is crazy.
Oh man, I remember watching that on USA and shit. Yeah, when I was little. But day ones and day two, I think they work hand in hand to kind of loop around everything and put it all back in perspective. And a lot of people, like, if you're hearing this for the first time, I'm glad, because I was this years old when I started thinking about day ones and day twos. But
I'm still in the womb,
right? And I'm looking for a mat so I could be cool with and shit. And
I need a mat to help me swim,
right? I'm the only one that made it out. All the mats got stuck back there, but
damn.
But yeah, man, like it's good to have your day ones, and day ones like not just because we said it, not just because you know somebody for the longest time are your day ones. Usually, like your close friends, your family, your spouse, somebody that you could depend on, that no matter what you say or do, they believe in you.
One of your parents, you could be cool with both, but you're always closer to one of them.
Yeah, like they like just like family, and like not because, and then we said it, not just because they're family doesn't mean that they're your day ones either. You know what I mean? I've met friends and family or people that are pieces of shit, or I see other friends and families that are like, damn, like that's your dad? Holy shit, like holy fuck, you know what I mean? Or that's your mom, or that's your sister, like damn, you know what I mean? But
god damn, bro.
I feel bad for you. I don't. They're not day ones.
I don't give a
I'm just saying.
That's your dad? God damn.
I'm sure you've seen that shit, man. You see it, some dads like, damn. I mean, that's one thing I see when I'm out with my boys, and I see like other dads.
Oh,
When you see other dads, like you see a good dad, what do you do when you see a good dad and you guys make eye contact? What do you do? Yep.
Give him a nod of like
yep.
I approve of thee.
Yes, up. Like you see a dad, that nod, you just
I literally had that at Walmart.
Yeah, like, but you'll see at some other guys and they'll just stare at you like, what are you staring at me for? Like, bitch.
And you'd be like,
you're a piece of shit dad. you're not
segues like 2 episodes ago.
Right. You're not
better.
You're not do better, right? Don't be an asshole. Don't beat your wife. Don't beat your kids. Right? Don't cheat on your wife. Right? It's so easy. I mean, a lot of people have a hard time not doing that, unfortunately. Jesus.
You gotta clip this.
Right?
Bro, you are on one. You're like, I know some people, dads ain't shit. I look at this guy, don't beat your fucking wife.
Bro, I'd be out like out and about, and I see like other kids and their dads, and I'm like, whoa, no wonder your kid's an asshole, you know? You know what I mean?
Bro, dead ass.
Right? But you see cool dads and you say what's up, and then you see their kid and they're good kids or whatever, right? So you're like, all right, they're cool. Because one thing with my wife, I always like, when I go to the school, when I go to teacher conferences, they already know my little ass. So I'm walking around, oh, there's Xander and Gio's dad. You know what I mean? Because like, I like being the cool dad. You know what I mean? I have had other parents like, oh, hey, your son. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, you don't gas me up. I don't give a fuck. My son sucks and he's not great. You know what I mean? Just stop telling him. You know what I mean?
Bro, you got to.
I do.
They don't give a fuck about you.
No, like, nah, dude. Like, you don't need those people to be telling you how great you are all the time and shit. I tell my kids that they're terrible. But yeah, all jokes aside, man, just having the right type of people in your corner that have your best interests.
Bro, you can't stop. Wait, you can't do that shit.
I like how I switch gears. Downshift
so fucking fast. He said, my kids are terrible. Anyways.
Bro. You know, But yeah, the day ones. Shout out to all the day ones out there for everybody. All jokes aside, like if you have your day ones out there, man, that have your best interests, family, cousins that really mean will for you. They might not know what's going every day in your life, but they can, when you call them or talk to them, "Ay, mijo, cómo estás? Hey, how are you doing? Oh, that's good. You're going to school. You got, oh, good. I'm happy for you." Like, you need that. They've known
Yeah, for
you.
sure.
That how you said that they've known you before whatever you were doing, and they can care less of what you're doing now. They just hope that you're doing well,
Yeah, are
right?
you living? Are you good?
Yeah, you're good. Everything's good. Like you need those, like, you know, those day ones are good. Like for me, it's all my close friends that I've known since 30 plus years and my wife, right? Those are my day
Mm-hmm.
ones and not that are not like family, right? And then the day twos I've met along the journey of my life. You know what I mean? That are still day twos now, but they're like, hey, I grew up playing hockey with this guy. Like my homeboy that I had on my podcast for the hockey thing. Shout out to my boy
Oh
Eric.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've known that fool forever. That
Yeah.
fool always positive, always looks out for me. We played together so many different games and tournaments and had so many life experiences because of hockey. And it's cool that I could still call them up and still bullshit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
We don't need
The
we don't
energy is different.
yeah, we don't need to talk to each other all the time, right? But when we do, he's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" Oh yeah, I'm doing with this shit. Yeah, fuck yeah, man, everything's good. Like you need that kind of stuff, outside of my inner circle of ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, everybody fulfills a different cup, man. You have different cups because you have different talents, different wants, different
Mhm.
needs. You know what I'm saying? Different passions and desires. You know what I'm saying? Everybody fills a different cup for you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
It's
you
pretty
get
dope.
and you get better at keeping those cups or not. How you're
Yeah.
putting it, right? It's just like you could have a million cups, but every cup is the same. You know, just like you don't want to invest too much time into people that you don't get that from them as well. Like if you don't
Yeah.
feel like anything's there and the other person knows, then it's easy. It's not weird.
Mhm.
But if the other person is trying more than you are and it's not the same, that's when it's kind of like, how could you not feel the difference? And I think a lot of
Exactly.
people get so caught up because, like, oh, I have a new friend. I'm like, I don't need new friends. I just, not to be dick or anything, I can care less. I can meet new people, but I don't really need new friends. I can know a lot of new people, but I'm not going to call them to help me move a couch.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
I'm having, issues with something or like that. If I can call somebody up, that's the person I'm calling. I'm not calling the new people my new friends. And not everybody
Yeah.
has that, man. I've had some people that I've known that, oh yeah, it's my best friend. How you know? Oh yeah. I'm like, whoa, that's your best friend? Oh shit, okay. You know what I mean? But some people
You're
don't.
my best friend.
Right? You're my best friend. Not a lot of people, and that's the thing, dude. Not a lot of people have this kind of thing, and
it's true.
every time I meet people that are like, they're maybe not as social as me or anything like that. That's one thing I've always done is like I make them feel welcome and feel like they're a part of something, because not everybody has those people that gas you up and encourage you in life. You know what I mean? So anytime that I feel like I can do that and I'm not going out of my way and I'm genuinely doing because I want to do it, I always, all the time, man, I'm telling kids what's up. I'm telling parents what's up. I'm like a cheerleader for everybody that I meet. And I hope that I could just pass like positive energy and vibes to everybody. If anybody ever crossed my path, I hope that they could always say that, hey, all aces for Jimmy. He was always good, had no issues or whatever, right? Always meant well and things like that. Because that's what I want to leave on this earth. Whenever I leave, it's fucking Jimmy was dope. He was cool. Wasn't an asshole. Only sometimes. And my wife might say something different. But anyway,
I know when I die, I told him I want a tray for people to spit in. I know I'm an asshole.
Right? Get in
They'd
there.
be like, oh, let's.
And they're gonna dump it on your ass and shit.
But that's him. Oh, I'm like, fuck
right?
him.
Yeah. Yeah. I always wanted to be a day one, and you didn't let me, bitch. Adam, the chef, is showing up.
Remember, but you remember when you did a stupid ass podcast? You said your day ones. You didn't say me,
right? Stupid dog. But yes, man. Hey, shout out to everybody who's ever had, my back. People that support me from afar on whatever my journeys, man. I feel the love from a lot of people, and And I say this all the time, and I hope people can get something. Don't feel like not everybody has your back or doesn't has your back, and don't feel like they have to tell you all the time, right? If somebody genuinely is telling you something and you know them and they're happy for you or pulling from you, take that as a positive. Don't think about the things that they don't do. A lot of people get caught up like, well, you're never around. But why aren't you around? Or why can't we do this or whatever? I'm like, dude, or whatever. We got things going on, right? Appreciate the
Exactly.
friendships that you do have with people and don't worry about what you don't get. Because not a lot of people have close friends or people they can relate to or talk about life. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
fortunate that I cross paths with you. I could sit here and talk to you about gaming and content creation. And guess what? Now we could talk about being dads. We could talk about being husbands and shit like that because we built our friendship like that. But when we met, we were both open minded.
Yeah. And it's just like I live by I live by the mantra too, like, man, we're all humans, so it means we're all gonna make mistakes. So if you look for a mistake, you're always gonna find one. So you're always gonna be let down. But if you look for an opportunity to grow your relationship with somebody, you're searching for something positive, and when you find it, it's just gonna be that much better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're humans, we're gonna make a mistake. If I want to find something in you I don't like, I'm gonna find it because
Right.
you're human. It's like, why are you gonna search for something you know is there? Because then it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like watching a TV show and you already know what's gonna happen. Is it gonna give you that same impact? No. But if you're watching a TV show and you're like expecting good things or whatever like that, and like, you know, you're trying to get good shit, you're gonna enjoy those moments better. You know what I'm saying? But like, if I don't know what the fuck is going on, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna react differently
Right.
versus I know something negative is gonna happen. So when it happens,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna get anything good out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't wait. I don't like look for failure in people. I only look for hazards. Like, I already know you're gonna make mistakes, but is this mistake hazardous to my growth and my
Right.
health?
Mm-hmm.
If it is, then I can't be a part of it,
Yeah.
not because you're a bad person, but because that's hazardous to my health,
Well,
growth,
you
and
always say
mental state.
protect your energy. You always say I got that from
Exactly.
you, man. It just like
Yeah.
protect what is important. You can keep people at arm's length, but you're not
Yeah.
getting in this inner circle. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And it's okay.
Exactly.
And a lot of people know that or may not know that, but you know what I mean? If you feel like you're going out of your way for people and you're not getting it back, maybe you should pull off yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just feel like if you're trying too much to be somebody for somebody and they're not feeling it back, it's okay. You know what I mean? I was talking to a friend the other day about a whole experience that something happened in XYZ, and I was like, hey, you thought and it wasn't, but now you know. So
Mm-hmm.
don't look at it negatively. Look at it as a positive. Like, okay, at least I know now. There.
Yeah.
At least I know. If you look at it that way, positive each time, it's always gonna win. Oh, this fucking sucks because of this, why this, but guess what? This now. Moving forward. At
Exactly.
least I know you learned how you said it. Hey, I learned something. I didn't know at the time, but now I know. Having that ability to, it's a switch in your mind, man. I just tell people all the time, like, damn, Jimmy, you're so positive. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, if you go through shit all the time, like everybody could sit here and I've gone through this, blah, 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 and poor me, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck. I've gone through this, this, and this, and it's made me, and I'm doing better because of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
100%. You got to find the opportunity in everything, man. I just wrote this quote too that I posted the other day that was like, you know, the difference between me and you is you always find an excuse for failure, and I always find an opportunity for success.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're different. It's like, you know, and that's like for people that like, you know, that hate from afar, or people that just like, you know, always trying to find beef, is like, that's why we don't mesh.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and keep making an excuse for why shit doesn't go my way, whether it is in my business or whether it is in a friendship or whatever it is. I don't got time for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Time is precious. And I always live by that. And then like the whole fact of like, people make time for the shit they care about.
Yeah.
And if you had to deal with, like you said it perfectly, and I don't know, like, you know, people chase people too much. If I gotta chase you, I'm not as important in your life because you're not making the time to pursue this.
Mm-hmm.
So why am I gonna waste my time trying to make you make time? I shouldn't have to make anybody make time.
Well said. Well said.
You know what I mean? And it's not because I'm important. It's just like at this moment, what you got going on means more to you. So do you.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. It's not like I'm not your husband. You know what I mean? Like, now if my wife did that, it'd be different. That's my wife. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, for other people, I'm just like, hey man, like there's like the biggest thing is that whole content creator stigma of like, oh, you don't pull up to my stream, so I don't pull up to yours. you don't know why they're not pulling up to your streams. Like I had this one person that like I forgot, I'm not gonna say any names even if I remember who they were, but it was just like they like came to me about that and it was like they unfollowed me and said, I just want to let you know I unfollowed you because you never pull up to my streams. I was like, dude, you stream when I'm never available. Like the time I forgot they streamed at like they streamed like 5 o'clock in the morning up until like 9 o'clock. And I was like, I'm asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you found me. I didn't find you. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was super hard. But I was like, those times that when you streamed in the middle of the day or something like that, I came by and said, what's up? Well, I can't do that anymore. That's not my
Yeah,
fault.
that's like for you to have to go out of your way and pinpoint and have to, if you're worried about that kind of, so we were talking about something earlier on about platforms and shit like that, but we don't have to get into that. But if you're worried about and you're keeping tabs on things like that, your focus is not,
it's not meant for you.
You know, it just like, if you're worried about that kind of stuff, it's like, hey, I'm doing this and you didn't do that. I'm doing this and you didn't do that. If you're worried about that stuff, that's not good. You know what I mean? Those are
and that was my huge red flag. I was like, yo, my bad that you feel that way, but look, you ain't gonna worry about that. I'm not pulling up no more.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Protect your peace. Associate yourself with the right type of people. Don't take everything so personal, guys. People serve different purposes in your life for different reasons. And if you can have that mutual understanding and respect for somebody and they get that from you, dope.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The time, man.
You know, I respect people so many, like all the people that show up to their streams, even if they don't come to my streams. I know and I feel the support and love from them. They don't have to show me. I know.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I talk to certain type of people and they gotten to know me and they know what's up and vice versa. You know what I mean? And in life too, in work, you know, I'm over here in coaching or meeting other dads that are in sports and my kids are doing this and I meet the right type of dad. Like I don't talk to all the dads. I'll say what's up to them, but I'll just keep my distance from some types of people. I could just say, oh, they don't got their shit together. I don't. Just because we're teammates doesn't mean I got to go in your cesspool of shit over here. You know what I mean? I separate myself. Our kids play together on the same team, but you got shit going on that I don't want to be associated with. You know what I mean? Yep. So just protect your peace. No, like don't go out of your way for somebody who's not going out of you. Don't take it personal. If something doesn't go your way, you know, maybe somebody who's giving you a hard time for a good reason, like in your case, you know, kind of read those things. Be more open-minded about certain things like that in life, guys.
100%.
I'm just learning this, and I'm way later in my adult life than I wish I would have learned earlier. You know what I mean? But these are lessons and things that we talk about on these podcasts. This is why I love them, because we're talking about life things that people could relate to.
And shit that we're growing from, like,
right?
This is something we just stumbled on.
Yeah, and if we talk about it and it sparks an idea or it makes you think differently, good. Because that's our goal. We just want to. We're learning and we're growing ourselves, and if it helps that we're talking about it and somebody hears it, fucking awesome. Because we learn and hear shit from other people that we like and respect. So it's not like we're passing knowledge on. It's not like I created this and made up this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's just our take on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like what goes through our brain when we think about this. We're just sharing our thoughts. You know, like speaking of sharing thoughts, man, if you guys, anybody that's watching, man, dude, let us know what a day 1 and day 2 means to you guys.
Yeah. Let us break down. Well, yeah, because
shout somebody out.
Yeah, the way we're saying it might be different to the way you're taking it, you know. So we would love to hear it in the comments or just bring it up in our streams. You guys know where we stream and stuff like that. But yeah, let us know what's going on and let us know about the topics and things that you guys want to hear about us talk. I mean, we're not saying that we're right and we're gonna be right and we're trying to say, oh, this is the way you should do it. We're just like having conversations.
Hell yeah, it's just our thoughts, man.
You know, I could say this one week and the next week, like, man, fuck Miko. He was never a day 2.
I don't know who Miko is.
That fool was a day 1. And shit like that.
Damn it! Now they know my name.
I didn't even say that.
Yeah, you know, just
you're horrible. Can't even play things off. But thank you guys for listening. You know, we're gonna keep all these episodes going, man. I hope you guys are liking these, man, because we enjoy doing these, and I hope you guys are catching the reels and the short clips, and we're gonna be doing the Kick thing soon. So make sure you guys go follow the Kick, Not Just Gamer Dads on Kick, And yeah, man, good shit, man. I
You
appreciate you,
haven't
brother.
been catching the socials. You're gonna be missing out on some primo shit.
And I
Trust
appreciate you,
me.
man. Good shit, man. I love talking to you, and let's keep these things going, bro. All positive shit, bro.
Hell yeah, all day, man. Just to
Right?
sit there and just be able to talk and just vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's content, but dog, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
It's
fuck
like
yeah.
an escape for me too. To
Yeah.
just
It's like a
let the
therapy
mind
session every
roll.
time, man. Every week, man. It's a therapy session, man. But until next
Hell
time,
yeah.
guys, make sure you go check out Tetsu's Temple, Jimmy Duke's Gaming, all the different platforms, guys. We have different content other than this. If you guys want to check us out individually, together we do this, and we're a unit, and we're hopefully we just keep doing this, God willing, with everything going our way. We're doing this because we want to. You know what I mean? We
Yes.
genuinely are just doing this because we want to, and we enjoy doing it, and I hope you guys do as well.
Thank you guys. We appreciate you guys.
Till next time, not just gamer dads. Peace out, homies.